Hi, my name is Brian.
And I'm Cicely.
And we're the Randolphs, and we want to welcome you to Cooking with the Randolphs.
Yes.
This is our second show, and we have been getting a lot of requests. Thank you, first of all, for watching our first show. But we've been getting a lot of requests, as I said, for seafood. People wanting us to do some seafood dishes and also using our air fryer. So we want to kind of merge the two things. We talked about crock pots in the first episode, but we want to make sure that we cover what the people want. So if you're asking for it, we're going to try to give it to you because that's what we're all about. Connecting with you and getting you to reconnect with your kitchen, with your family, and your friends. And we feel the best way to do that is through cooking, through making a meal. So what we're going to do today is one of my favorites. It seems like it's very complex, but it's really not. Would you agree?
Yes. To me it's complex, but to him it's quite simple. So yes.
Okay, good. I'm doing a stuffed salmon, and I know when you hear that, you say, "Ooh, wow, that's high end," but it's really not. We're just going to start with some fresh salmon here. I have some salmon fillets. They have already taken the skin off for me, so that's very easy to use. Sometimes you like the skin. The skin, some people say, holds flavor, but I believe that with the skin off, you can do more to the meat. You can get more of the seasoning into the actual fish. So I want to start with doing that. I'm also going to stuff it with shrimp and crab. So that's going to be a really good taste. It's almost like a party in your mouth.
That's our favorite.
That's our favorite thing. I have some more though, but I'll bring those out later. So we want to make sure we get started with that, show you exactly what we're doing. And Cicely is today going to be doing a vegetable meal, or part of the meal, should I say.
Yes.
So you can kind of tell the people about that while I kind of prep here, but then you're going to come back to what I'm going to use.
All right. So yes, I will be prepping something quite simple, just a little something to add to the stuffed salmon. We're going to be doing sauteed spinach. So we're going to use a little lemon, some olive oil, some garlic, and some salt. Quite simple, and spinach cooks very quickly. So I know that some of you are like, spinach, but it is so delish. I have made my husband a lover of spinach.
She really has.
Because he usually doesn't eat it.
Well, I like spinach. I don't like it cooked. I like it raw. I like it on salads. I like it on my sandwiches.
Yes.
I substitute that for lettuce because it has more vitamins and nutrients.
It does.
But cooking, I don't know. I just think about growing up when spinach was like real like seaweedy, and it just tasted like a bunch of, I don't know, dandelions and mush, and it just had no type of personality to it. I believe food has personality. It had no type of personality to it, and it just sat on the plate, and it was like that last thing you would work your way around to eat. And your mom would always say, eat your vegetables, and you're like, and they bring up the Popeye story and all that, but I just couldn't do it. But this dish, this spinach dish,
Yes.
is awesome, and I think you're really gonna like it.
I
So
think you
yeah,
will.
definitely.
And
man,
it's
we're
so
gonna get
simple
into
and
that.
easy to do that you're going to be like, what? That's it? In about 10 minutes, you have a nice, flavorful addition to whatever you're making. It could be a side dish for anything. If you're looking for something quick, a quick veggie that you want to add to any meal, I like spinach, and I hope you do too.
Oh boy, we're going to see. Spinach does have a lot of iron,
Yes.
so it's very good for you. It helps with thinning blood. What else?
Let's see. I think it has like vitamins that are very essential as far as nice, because it's a green leafy vegetable.
Right.
It's good to, like my husband said, increase your iron, as well as it just gives you some energy. Something like kale, you put a little kale on it.
Put a little
and
kale
everything
on it.
is good.
Exactly.
But spinach has some of those same qualities like dark leafy vegetables do. They give you all the great nutrients that you need in order to keep you healthy.
I want to say something about, I don't know, it just sounds fancy. Riboflavin. I've seen that on it. R-I-B-O-F-L-A.
I've seen it too. Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it,
Okay.
but I know it's.
We'll have to look it up.
I know
Don't
it's
quote
an
us on
ingredient
that one.
in
Yes.
spinach. But while you're getting prepped for that, let me show the people what I was doing. Actually, with the salmon, the stuffed salmon, I'm doing the stuffing part first. That's the shrimp, that's the crab meat. I generally get my crab meat from Publix. If you have a Publix in your area, I know many of you may not, but you can go to any seafood store. They already have the crab meat pulled, so that makes it easy for you. I preferably like claw meat. Claw meat just seems to be like the dark meat of the crab, like the dark meat chicken. And it just holds the flavor better. It just tastes really good, and it's easy to mold, I feel, into making crab cakes. Now, some people use different parts of the crab, the body meat. When we were living in Maryland, that was a big thing. But I preferably just like the claws. I like the claw meat. And again, it has a really, really good taste to it, good flavor. So I'm putting that in there. I'm doing some shrimp. I already seasoned it. So as always, I want to show you my seasonings. What I'm finding out when you're cooking seafood, you really don't have to use Old Bay. I know we're trained to use Old Bay, and it just, I know, it just seems like seafood can't be seafood without Old Bay. But I'm learning the fish is already fishy. Old Bay kind of gives it that, I don't know, sea taste, ocean taste, a little more kick to it. But you can season it with regular things. So I'm learning to use more of a different type of seasoning to challenge our palates. So you have here sweet and smoky, and I know you're saying sweet and smoky, that's a barbecue. But trust me, if you put this on your fish, it gives it a whole new taste. I promise you that. Also garlic, you want to use some garlic. This is one of my favorites too. It's a Creole seasoning by Tony, and I don't know how to say his last name. I want to say it's Chicheras. But this is the bomb. Don't use a lot of it because it's the bomb in more ways than one. It's really hot. Now, if you like spicy food, this is it. But if you just want to give it a little bit of a kick, a little bit of a ting, this is what you want to use. Also, instead of the Old Bay, I'm using Everglades seasoning. This is Florida's version, somewhat, of Old Bay seasoning. It's good on freshwater fish, it's good on freshwater shrimp, freshwater crab, seafood, period. It's just really good. And it's something that you, I think, only get here. I haven't seen it in other parts of the United States, but I haven't been everywhere. But I know primarily here in Florida. Everglades seasoning is really good. And of course, just a little bit, as you know, if you've been following me, that good old lemon pepper. But just a few sprinkles of it, not too much. So we'll go back over those seasonings in a minute. But I want to get this started, so I already sprayed my pan with olive oil, and I'm just going to put the shrimp, the crab meat in, and we're just going to get it started. Looking like it's getting really, really hot, so we want to make sure that we just slowly put it in. Don't let the frying and the sound scare you. We're just basically wanting it to get cooked. We're just browning, because it's going to finish cooking in the air fryer as we stuff it with into the salad. So I'm just going to, kind of brown here, make sure it doesn't stick to me by putting more olive oil in here, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Now, you can use olive oil, regular olive oil, just pour it in, but if you have a bottle here somewhere, I guess someone moved it. There it is, extra virgin olive oil, as they say, EVO. But you don't have to do that, because you've already sprayed it with the organic spray olive oil. Spray olive oil is just as good, because it coats the pan. Sometimes the olive oil in the bottle kind of sits and you have to spread it around, you have to move it around. But with this one, this is a spray that Cicely picked up. It's organic extra virgin olive oil spray, and it's very good. We do our eggs with it, we do some meats with it. We do a lot of different things just to coat the pan, and it does just what it's supposed to do. But while I'm doing that, Cicely, if you want to continue to talk about some of the things that you're going to do to prep for your spinach, do you usually wash it? How do you get it? To wash from the store? Or how do you prepare what you're preparing for tonight?
Yes, so I have some handy dandy contraptions that I like to use with my veggies as well. But yes, you can buy any type of spinach, raw spinach that you like.
Right.
This is a veggie spinner. So it takes out all of the extra water that you might have when you rinse the spinach or lettuce or whatever cabbage, whatever types of things that you have to chop up, and it might produce a lot of water, but you need to wash it as well.
Right.
This is what I use. I rinse it off in here, and then I spin it to get rid of all of the excess water.
Good stuff. Now, do you usually, how do you like baby spinach? I notice this is baby spinach. Does it matter? Do you use big pieces of spinach or?
I have had success with the raw spinach that's not baby spinach. So any type of spinach that you prefer. If you want baby spinach, one thing I did know is like, you know, this looks like a lot of spinach in this container. However, and this is just like one package of spinach. But when you cook this down, it's probably about this much. I mean, because it cooks down to almost nothing by the time you finish cooking it. So it looks like a lot. It'll fill up the pan, but by the time you're done, you have about this much left. Probably just enough for one person to eat.
Wow. Okay, well, we'll make sure that stretches it back. Since we're going to enjoy that, and we don't have any guests here, so it's all about me and you tonight. The kids are our way.
I'm sure we'll be able to share it though, but we'll see.
We'll see. But yeah, if the kids were here, I don't know, I don't know if they eat spinach too much, but I know they would definitely get into the seafood.
Yes.
But our daughter is experimenting. She's getting more into vegetables. Elijah too, I must say. He's slowly inching up to the salads and slowly getting into other things outside of broccoli and string beans.
Yes.
So, you know, we're just trying to kind of get them connected to the veggie side of things, I would say. And you do a good job with that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah? Anything else?
No. And then I will be using a few of my seasonings, and actually it's only one. This Himalayan salt is the bomb diggity. Just came in contact with it probably. Some neighbors recommended it about a month or two ago. I mean, you can put it on steak, you can put it on chicken. It's very good, and you don't need a whole lot of it because it's very, I don't want to say potent, but very powerful. You know, it highly seasons your food, and it is really, really good. I like it because if you notice the consistency as I'm shaking it, it's kind of thin, and it's not as heavy like the sodium, and you'll see it like on your food. You put this on, you don't even see it. It kind of like disappears. That's why you have to kind of be careful because you don't want to over season it with this. I'll be using a fresh lemon as well.
Nice.
And then I have some garlic cloves that I've already peeled that I'm going to mince, cut up and mince in the pan with my olive oil before I put my spinach in with my lemon. So it's quite simple, very easy to do.
Yes.
I know that you will enjoy.
Yes. And I do. Like I said, I'm not big on veggies of that kind, but when she makes it, I usually eat it all. So as you can see, I forgot to mention, I have some chopped up onions here.
Okay.
So I chopped up some fresh onions to throw in with the seafood mix of shrimp and crab. So now it's getting right where I want it. I've turned the eye off. I'm just going to kind of let it, as I say, ride out for a minute with the heat over it. I'm going to prep the salmon. Now, with the salmon, it's a little trick to this. Excuse me. Woo. Man, what's going on with my voice? I have to drink a little bit of liquor. But yeah, we have a salmon here that I've already split, and I try to create like a little pocket, almost like a pita pocket, because you want to put all the filling inside of there, and we're going to get to that filling. So I'm doing 2 of these pieces of filet. We have another piece here. This is a very big piece of salmon, so I'm going to probably cook this a different way later, but I really want to get this stuffed salmon here for you and I, because I want it to just be something that you and I can enjoy and reconnect.
Yes.
And I think sometimes crab and shrimp and salmon is sexy. So I think tonight we're gonna have a sexy meal because it's just the 2 of us.
Yes.
So we'll enjoy it.
Yes.
And I'm sure you will too. But anyway, let me get back to this. I'm getting way off track. But yep, you just cut this. You can either cut it in half. I've seen some people use 2 fillets and just put them on top. But quickly, let me do this stuffing. It's very, very, very easy. You're gonna take some sour cream. Again, you can use any brand sour cream you want. I like name brand, but I've noticed that store brand is just as good. I remember when Cicely and I were young in our marriage, we were living up in Maryland. This gentleman was stocking the shelves. I don't know if you remember this story. And he told us that most store brands are actually from the name brand manufacturers or companies. And he showed us on the back of a can of spaghetti or a jar of spaghetti that it was their store brand. I think it was Giant, or one of the stores we frequent in the Maryland, DC area. And on the back, Prego was from the same shipping and housing manufacturing plant. So it just goes to show you that store brands are basically the same brands, but they just pay, I guess, a little bit more to put their name on the Prego brand. Or maybe they take something out. I don't know. Maybe Prego uses organic and store brands don't. I don't know. But when he showed us that, we've been cool with store brands ever since. Now some store brands, a little bit suspect.
I was going to say that. You know, some
Yeah,
things you might not want to do store brand with.
Right.
That's your preference. But we have not had, I don't think, any bad luck
Right,
with
exactly.
any of the store brand items that we
Exactly.
have bought.
Yep.
You know, sometimes toilet tissue and all that kind of stuff
Right.
might not be the best to get store brand wise.
Exactly. I agree with you
But
on
some
that.
of the foods are excellent.
I agree. Now I put in the sour cream, and this is something new I'm trying. And Cicely actually purchased. Who told you about it?
I found it in a recipe
Wow.
that I was cooking some spinach with for Father's Day. I had cooked my husband a great meal, and it was some tuna steaks and spinach, and it had this cream cheese. I guess it's not cream cheese, but it's a spreadable cheese called alouettes. I think that's how
I
you
gave
pronounce
that
it.
to you because I wasn't going to do it. Yes, alouettes. That's it.
Alouettes, and it's garlic and herbs, and it's spreadable cheese, and it is very good.
Yes.
I put it on some vegetables recently. I don't even know if my husband noticed it. I think I put it on some string beans or something the other day, and it tasted the bomb diggity
Yeah,
to me.
it was.
So
It really
if
was.
you are wanting something and you may not have like garlic cloves or something, and you kind of want it to be a little cheesy because it melts, it just gives you a nice sort of kind of creamy taste and adds the flavor. Gives you all of that garlic that you need and the extra herbs that are in it. And they have different kinds, not just garlic and herbs. They have different flavors as well. So you find this in your produce area where they have those like special cheeses. This is where you can find this in your stores.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Wow, thank you for that, Cicely. We will be looking for that, see if they have other flavors.
Yes.
This is garlic and herb. Did you notice any other flavors?
I think they had like sun-dried tomatoes and something like that. Something like the different flavors that you would have for hummus.
Right.
They have some of the similar flavors for
Okay.
the cream cheese or the spreadable cheese, excuse me.
I wanted to show you this, how good this looks. Delicious. Now, you can actually add red pepper. Yeah, you could just eat it just, she's right. You could eat it just like this, like a po' boy, if you want to do that. Po' boy, the sandwich. Not saying that you're poor and you would eat it like, you get what I'm saying. This right here, this is the joint. I'm telling you. This right here, as my daughter and my son would say, this hit different. This is something else. But this is the shrimp. I have an onion in there. Like I was gonna say, you can put some red pepper in there, you put some yellow pepper. I actually have, from the last show, we're big on the frozen peppers. So I actually have a trio of peppers in the fridge, but again, I'm just gonna keep it simple tonight. So this goes right into my mixture. Sister, can you hold this other side? Because my arm is not as strong as it used to be. So I'm just gonna put this right on in here. And it goes right in with the mixture of sour cream, the garlic and herb, soft spreadable cheese. And if you noticed, maybe some of you caught it, I was already putting cheese in here, regular shredded cheese. I'm going to show you exactly who that is and what company it comes from. But you can use any shredded cheese you like. We have just fallen in love with this particular cheese, and we like to use it. It seems to be just awesome. And it's Tillamook. Man, we got to stop getting stuff that's so hard to pronounce. We really do. Yeah, Tillamook. That Tillamook. They also make ice cream.
Woo!
That's incredible.
They make a lot of dairy.
Ice cream is, I think they have a yogurt. I think they do butter. But again, we use coupons on occasion. I think we found this coupon, went to the store and we bought it, and have loved it ever since.
Yes.
So,
Tillamook.
make sure you get some of this in your life.
Yes.
Tell it.
The
It
ice
is
cream
good.
is the bomb,
The ice
too.
cream is absolutely amazing. I love ice cream too, but it is very, very good. So as you can see, I'm mixing this up. You want everything to get kind of covered up. So you have the cream covering the crab. And it should have the, I guess, consistency of like maybe a meaty mayo. I guess that's the best way to say it. Or what do you think? What is it?
Well, it has the consistency of like a topping, like a stuffing or a topping that you would top your fish or something once
Exactly.
it's cooked.
Yep.
That's what it kind of reminds me of.
Exactly. I think so too. Hey, thank you for that. But you want to just get it, get it really, really good and drenched because you want to be able to use it to stuff it into the fish. And I know many of you are probably saying, wow, he's using pie dishes. Let me explain why I use pie dishes. I love these because they're wide enough, you can cook with them, you can put things in them, and they're very practical. Plus, at the end of the day, they stack. So you can have about 5 or 6 of these. You can put them out when you're prepping food or preparing food. You can put them right in here, and they work just as fine. Now, I also cook pies, but I love using these to prep my meat. I just think they're so neat. They keep everything inside. So whenever they're on sale, I try to grab them. Here's a hint, I guess you should say, a tip, shopper's tip. Always go to the grocery store. Grocery stores have these supermarkets, and no one buys them. So they go on clearance rather quickly. With the holidays coming up, especially after Thanksgiving, these are on sale for like $1, $2. And this is Corningware. It's really good. You know, you can't break it. It's well, I thought I broke that thing. Woo! Anyway.
It sounded like it.
It sounded like it, but it didn't break. That's what I'm saying. These right here, these are the bomb diggity too. I love them. So I use these to prep with and season with, watch with, and hey, sometimes when I'm home by myself and I just want to watch a game and nobody's around, nachos, wings, popcorn, these are doubled as plates, as baking preparation, as pie, whatever you want to do, you can do it with this. But I just want to bring that up, just in case you're looking for something that's a little bit, flexible. And they even have them clear. So I try to get them in a few different colors. I know my wife is like, why are you buying? You're not gonna need. But that's why I do it, because it's so easy to cook.
Now that explains it.
Yeah, now that explains it.
And they have Pyrex dishes. That's what they're also called too.
Pyrex,
so
exactly.
in case you can't find it in the Corningware area, Pyrex makes these great. They're the ones that make the more clear ones, which is good too.
Right.
Once you coat them with a little oil, then stuff just rubs right off. It doesn't stick either.
Awesome. So let me get all this out of the way so you can see exactly what I'm doing here. I like to keep my seasonings in view because if you're watching, you want to take notes of it and write it down. And who knows, one day when we get big, hey, we may get some sponsorship. Maybe so. So I want people to know what we're using because we do use it. So now that I have this mixed up, again, the consistency is somewhat like porridge, but it looks really good. You can check it out. And this is what it should look like. It should take on kind of a reddish color because you have all the seasonings in there and the meats and everything. And I forgot to tell you with the shrimp, my favorite shrimp in the world is red Argentine. I love those. They just have a great taste to them. Yep, wild caught. Thank you. Because we try to, keep it. I don't want to go all the way there, but if you watch any of the stuff that's on Netflix or any of the stuff on YouTube, you know why wild caught is important. And I'm just going to leave it right there.
Not farm raised.
Right, I don't want to do any public service announcements. So make sure if you can, get wild caught. It's just fresher, it's better for you. The fish go through a less strenuous process of coming to us, coming to our plate, coming to our table. I mean, they know they're going to get eaten perhaps, but I'm saying they don't have to go through such a tumultuous experience to get to my plate. And that's what we're trying to say. So I'm going to take this stuffing and I'm just simply going to put it right inside of the salmon, in the pocket. It's going to go right in there. Move this cheese bag out of the way. And you want to get some of the shrimp, of course. You want to get some of the crab. And you just want to, just put it in there. Just pack it in like a sandwich, just like you would a pita. You put it right in there. The cheese is in there. You see all those things mixing. And I'm going to put it right in my pan here. You can spread, but usually these work, light coating, but we usually put these right in the fryer on the aluminum foil, correct? So we want to do that, so if you could, is there aluminum foil in there already?
Yes.
Fantastic, you are the bomb. Thank you. Right, I don't know if they can hear what you're saying, talking to me really low. She was saying because we're putting the rack in the air fryer. Yes, we are. I don't know if you can hear that. Gotta remember there are people watching.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right. So I'm putting one in there, and then I have my second fillet here. I'm doing the same thing. I already prepped it, put it in a little pocket. It split a little bit. So what I may do is just go ahead and use another piece and put that in there because, again, I don't want it to look sloppy, and I want to keep it all together. So as you can see, this is together. So we're going to go ahead. Is it ready to go?
It's plugged up. Once you put it in,
should be ready to go. So yep, you'll see all this is in here. I'm gonna open this one up. Thank you. She gave me a better knife because that probably was what it was. I was tearing it up, butchering it. And she's so delicate. I'm not. I have to admit that. So I'm opening it up again, just like I did the first one. And I'm just gonna stuff it on in there just like a pita or a taco. You wanna make sure you get all the stuff in there that you like. This one may be a little bit small, but you get the idea. So we're putting it all in there. This is going to go onto the rack. It's already been prepped. And you'll see how our oven fryer works. So we're gonna get this going for you. And I promise you, this is something you're gonna be making all the time because it's so easy. Again, you wanna do shrimp. You wanna get some crab meat. You wanna get the salmon. Try to get the thicker salmon so you can cut it. If you can't cut a pocket into it, just simply cut it thin and you just put it on top. Make it like a sandwich. Make sure that you get all that goodness inside of it. And once you put it in the pan, I almost left this out. You want to season the top of the salmon. So I'm going to do that now. I probably need to get a spatula so I can put that in there a little bit better. Why would I want to season the top, Cicely, of the salmon?
Because all of the flavor is in the stuffing, so we want to make sure the salmon has a little taste as well.
Right.
We want to make sure the salmon is fully seasoned so that you can say that party in your mouth. You can get it from all aspects of the dish.
That's it, everything that you like. So we're scooping this up here, and it's pretty heavy. It's going to be really good, and we're putting it right on the pan, or I guess you would call this. What would you call this?
This is like the pan.
Great. Yep. Now, quickly, I want to touch on air fryers. Now, this is a public service announcement. We've tried both air fryers. We've tried the black ones, the black plastic ones. Not so good for us. Now, for some, I hear, they do great. Maybe it's the brand, maybe it's the size, we don't know. We were experimenting at first with the air fryer, so we were just kind of getting our feet wet with it. But this one by far, it's a Cuisinart. By far, this has been the best. It does a lot more though. It's more like a toaster oven. It's an air fryer. It's a regular on top of the counter oven. It broils, it bakes, it does all these things. Convection oven as well because it rotates the heat. But it's also an air fryer. And it has an air fryer setting. And that's what we love. And we have not cooked anything in here that we did not like. It always turns out good, from fries to doing chicken wings, vegetable dishes. We've cooked fish,
burgers.
We've done burgers, you name it, we've done it.
Yeah.
And it works, and it comes out really good. We've never had a problem with it, so, we just want to kind of share that with you. But I think all these that are silver, I don't know, there's something about these they just seem to work. But the brand, again, is Cuisinart. You can try other brands. There's some great brands out there. I've seen one by Oyster. I've seen one that was done by KitchenAid. There's a few good ones out there. Ninja has one now, and Ninja's just going crazy. They got all kinds of stuff. But yeah, definitely, if you want to, get into air frying, which is much healthier, you can even you can set it up and pat it down with different things as far as bread, panko, chips. So it has that fried taste, or gives you that fried feeling in your mouth, but it's not. It's air fried, and it's much better for you. So I'm just touching this up with a little bit of seasoning right in the pan. Again, as Cicely was saying, the stuffing has a lot of seasoning in it, so you just want to barely tap the top of the salmon. You do want it to, be a part of your mouth, as she said, or as I said, but you don't want to get too crazy with it. So this right here is how it should look. As you can see, all the stuffing inside, the shrimp, the crab meat, the sour cream, the chives, and the different things that we put in here. Also the cheese and the seasoning. This is going to be incredible. So we're going to get to that, put it in. Cicely's going to show you how she does her spinach. And hey, stick around, it's going to be something good. I promise you.
All right, so now the salmon has been placed into the air fryer. It looks like we have about 10 more minutes left on it, so that's going to be nice. I think we put it for a total of about 20 minutes.
Right.
But you know, obviously you check it to make sure it's cooked all the way through and stuff. And you might have to,
20 or 30.
you might have to, you know, put it back in there a little bit longer. But so this should take, you know, by the time that's done, this will be done too. Because it doesn't take spinach long. So like I said, I have my spinach. I have not washed it, so I'm going to go ahead and rinse it. Because even though it says pre-washed on most packaging, we know that salmonella is present and different things like that. So
I was going to say that.
I just want to make sure that it is fully washed to my liking as well. So don't be afraid to do that.
Sometimes you can't trust it. You just want to make sure. Yep,
So
right.
this is my little contraption here, and as you see, you pull it up and it's spinning so that it can take out all of that excess water.
That is so cool.
Yes, it is.
Well, you know, back in the day, you just put in a colander or
Yeah,
some paper
paper
towels
towels on
and sit
top.
there just shaking it
Yes,
back.
and I've done that too. I've done that too, but I just love this because it just gets it
That
all
is super
out.
awesome.
And look, by the time it finishes spinning, look, it looks almost like a fresh new batch. That's
Yeah,
right.
it
You
does.
see that?
I see
Isn't
that.
nice?
And the water is out of it.
Yes, it's all
water
at the
standing
bottom.
Is at
Yeah,
the
so
bottom.
if you take this out,
Look at that.
the water is here. So yes, it makes it so nice and fluffy and everything like
Love
that.
it, love it,
So all you
love
have to do is just take it straight from here because it's kind of dried out and dump it right in the pan. Okay? So before I do that, I'm going to cut my lemon in half because I have a strainer here that I'm going to use to squeeze out my lemon juice. Fresh lemon juice. It is so good.
You have so many gadgets.
I like them. They make life so much easier.
Yes, they do. You're right. You're exactly
And
right.
actually, let me cut off this little tail here so that it's easier to close as well.
Okay.
So that when you smush it, it's just like
Just one half of lemon or two? How do you?
it depends on how lemony you want it.
Right.
Sometimes I have used a whole lemon. When I look at it and it doesn't look like it's going to be to my liking,
Right.
and most of the time I might use two. I'm like, might as well go ahead, you know, with the salt, just the flavors and the juices that just.
Now, have you ever
rise
tried
up.
lime or an orange?
I have not tried lime, but I'm sure probably any acidic type thing would
Would
work.
do what you wanted to do.
I don't
Okay.
know about how it would taste, but
Right.
you know, hey, that's something that you might like to do. If you don't like lemon, try lime and see what happens.
That's it.
You know, I've never tried it, but let me know how that goes.
Right,
Okay?
right. We have limes. We won't do it tonight.
Yeah, well, that'll be something we'll have to try later.
Yeah.
And then we can come back and tell you, you know, we tried it with the lime and it was great.
And what are you doing now?
So I'm cutting up my garlic. I'm cutting the tips off of the garlic, those little hard pieces,
Right.
before I put them in my mincer, because I'm going to saute my garlic in my olive oil as well. So I've already peeled the skin off of my garlic. I have my mincer here.
Right.
I don't know, like my husband said, I have a lot of gadgets that can help me. Sometimes I cut up the garlic, you know, but I don't think I finely chop it enough, you know, when I chop it up. So I like to use this. That way you can really get all of the nice minced garlic. Now, you don't have to use fresh garlic. Another tidbit is you can buy the garlic already minced.
I've seen that in
You
the
know,
jar.
yes,
Yeah.
they have it in the jar.
Okay.
So you
Good
can
stuff.
buy it already minced.
Right.
If you like to, you know, if you're doing something quick and you need something real fast, and it's just as good. In fact, it's probably easier because it's already minced. All you gotta do is take it out of the jar and stick it in there.
Right,
So it's
right.
really good. But you know, fresh is always good.
Yes,
So
it is.
I hope that you
Yes,
are
it
going to
is.
enjoy that too. So I have my extra virgin olive oil that I'm going to put. You know, I'm not good about teaspoons, whatever. So I just kind of put enough to kind of halfway, not fill the pan, but the bottom of it.
Right.
So I'm just going to show you just enough to kind of, and then as I'm cooking, if I see that I need to drizzle a little bit more, that's what I'll do. That's what I'm going to use first, and kind of warm that up. And then I'm going to start mincing my garlic. So I'm going to let that warm a little bit. And then as that's getting hot, I'm going to go ahead and start, you know, so all you have to do is just push this down and it comes out. You see the little holes, like grated, almost like grated cheese, but it's grated garlic. Can you believe that? They have such nice contraptions So I just love it.
Right.
And I'm sure there's something else out there, but you know, if you know something better, I'm not even sure what this kind is. You know, just bought it from. Oh, it's a Hamilton Beach. Hamilton Beach garlic mix.
Who knew?
Who knew?
You could do garlic on the beach. Amazing. Absolutely
Very funny.
amazing.
And I like this handle because you know, as you're pressing down, you really got to put some pressure on it. You don't hurt your hands.
Excellent.
That's good.
So you put that right in the pan, or do you put that in the spinach?
I put this right in the pan because I want to saute my garlic before I add my spinach and my salt and my lemon.
Okay.
Lemon juice.
Right.
That's what I'm doing now. So I'm going to start kind of mincing it, putting it in here. It should be getting a little Have you ever done this before, sir?
I have not. I'm usually a whole vegetable guy. I may cut it up, chop it with a knife, and just throw those chunks right in there because I just feel like more is better.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's going to be good like this because it'll just go right into the food.
Yes.
But I don't know if it's laziness or if it's just me thinking about stuff as I cook, because that's kind of how I am. I create as I go, and sure you can see what you're doing here. You turn a little bit back. There you go. So they can see. But basically, I just kind of chop it up, throw it in there, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I need some garlic. So I grab the garlic, quickly cut it up, and just throw it in there. But this, it looks like it's better because it's smaller, and it's going to go right into the food like you want it to. So maybe I should try it. Maybe I should try it. I'm learning a lot from you as we're doing this together. I appreciate you showing me what I need to be doing. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna cross right over here and get everything ready to get the salmon out because I can smell it cooking. Can you smell? The Randolphs are cooking. All right. Yes. Good stuff. So usually she will do the vegetables, and they will generally be done right around the time that I'm taking out whatever main course we're doing. Usually our main course is some type of meat. A couple of times we've really gone in and just done vegetables and didn't even realize it. We're making a veggie burger or something like that out of the freezer. I got some left. I need to get back to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do things like that. She's not crazy. She's not crazy about those things. Isn't that funny? She loves vegetables, but she doesn't really like veggie burgers. I think it's an acquired taste. So she just can't get into it.
But I learned that plant-based meats or plant-based meats like stuff.
Exactly.
It's good.
It's very good if you season it right. Yep, if you season black bean burgers, veggie burgers, all those type of things are slowly becoming my favorite. When you don't think about it, you just eat it like it's a burger. It's good. And even mushrooms. I'm hearing mushrooms now. People are using mushrooms to make burgers and stuff like that. So a lot of you vegetarians out there, people practicing, meatless Mondays or vegans, let us know. Let us know exactly what you like, and you may see that on our show real soon. We'll try to make something happen. But yeah, definitely, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. We really would.
Yes, we have a few vegan friends.
Yes.
People that are starting to go vegan, so we might have them on because we want to see how we can start if we go that route.
Right. And coming out of COVID, a lot of people are starting to embrace that lifestyle. We put on that COVID 20, 30, some of us 40. So we want to make sure, that we're eating healthy. So that is a good way to go. You can start slowly. I myself thinking about going, I don't want to say it's the wrong way, pescatarian.
Yes.
Not Presbyterian, but pescatarian, where you just do seafood and vegetables. So we had a guy came over the other day who did some work for us here at the home, and he was talking about that. He's been that way, I think, for 6 years, he said, and has done amazing things for his body, cleared his mind. So hey, it may be something we want to try. But right now, sister, let us know what you're doing.
Well, I have finally, the garlic did saute down to how I liked it. And then, you can add as much garlic as you want. I like garlic. I didn't try and overdo it because, some people are not as garlicky as I am.
Right.
So I put the garlic in and sauteed it to my liking. And it was smelling so good. I know you can't smell it, but I don't know.
Yes, if we could just get that to you, man. I don't know. Maybe you can feel it through the smell-o-vision. We don't know. Oculus smell-o-vision. We want you to just feel what's going on. Can you feel the love tonight? That's what we're doing here.
So as the spinach is cooking down, I'm going to just kind of show you
looks
where
amazing.
it is.
Yeah.
So it hasn't cooked down as much, but I'm going to start by putting some salt, the Himalayan salt. I'm going to add that. And as it cooks down a little bit more, I'm going to go ahead and add the lemon juice, a fresh squeezed lemon juice. So see how all of that spinach and how it's just cooking down? Look at that. Do you see that? It's just cooking down to almost nothing.
Salmon is coming along very well, I must say, and I just can't wait to show the audience how it looks because, man, whew, it's going to be something special.
Awesome.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I see what you're saying. You were saying cook down to nothing. And I was like, what does she mean? But you're saying it looked like a whole bunch of spinach,
Yes.
but it shrinks down. As it's in the heat, as it's being sauteed, it kind of shrinks down. So it would be good to probably get a huge bag. And now I see why you're saying that baby spinach is probably not the best choice, but for us, because it's just two of us here, we don't want a whole lot of leftovers, so this is perfect for us. So if it's just you and someone else, your baby or your boo, your loved one, the one you get cozy with when you're cooking, you just want to do a little bit. Sometimes people like leftovers. I know Cicely is big on leftovers, me not so much, but if it's really good, I'll eat it a couple of days, I will.
So I did put my lemon in. This is my little special contraption. You just press the lemon in with it face down, meaning this half face down.
Yes, face down.
In there, and then you just,
Goes
put
right
that
in.
on there, squeeze it, and I don't know if you saw all of that lovely juice that was coming out.
Yeah.
We do it one time. See this.
Okay. Yeah, there's some
Still
juice
comes
left.
out. So yes.
The juice is loose.
Yes.
All right, looks good. It really looks
So
good.
now this is pretty much done. And then you know how to taste it to kind of make sure that it's how I want it.
Right.
But look at that. So because we have the lemon juice, it has like some little watery substance, but that's from the lemon juice.
Right.
You see the sauteed garlic, that is just like the garlic pieces are just flowing in there. Isn't that nice?
I smell it.
And then it's ready to eat.
Now,
So
would you-
see, look at this. This is probably just enough for maybe one person. So I'm probably gonna have to do another batch because I can eat this all by myself.
Or
But-
you could just put it over the fish,
oh, that's a
and
good
it can be a
idea.
part of the dish.
Yeah.
Put it over the fish,
And it's
so it can be a part of the dish.
Yeah,
Huh.
I like
Over
that.
the fish.
I like
So it
that.
can be a part of
And
the
since
dish.
we have two pieces,
little beatbox.
Yes, I'm telling you, he's remembering those days when he used to rap and stuff.
Yes,
And he
yes.
was a rapper, y'all. So
Did
just
y'all
saying.
hear the bell?
Yeah. So now I just split it in half so that when we do have those two lovely pieces of stuffed
they're
salmon,
coming.
we can just
They're
go ahead
coming
and
out.
put this, layer it with the spinach on top. However, if you want it to be separate, you can cook some more and make that happen too.
Right. All right.
All right.
And that you finished that right on time.
Yeah.
Because this came out right on time.
Nice and brown.
It's perfect. It is perfect. That Cajun seasoning that I sprinkled on the top, it gave it just the right color and texture. I'm going to put that here. I have our blue plate out. Remember? I don't know. You may not be old enough to remember.
Aprons, blue plate, special.
The blue plate special. Yes. That's it. So we're going to just hold. I'm going to use this knife and get creative here.
Yeah.
Just kind of get under this and stick it a little bit.
I did spray it though.
You spray it?
I
You
did.
sure? Okay. Well, let's see. There we go. There we are. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Boy, that's nice. As you can see on the inside, Cicely, see all that stuffing on the inside? May not be able to see it. Perhaps with modern television and the magic of Oculus, we can move closer in and you'll be able to see that.
Big me up, Scott.
But man, this is absolutely amazing. It came out just like I wanted it to. It's just sticking a little bit because some of the stuffing actually got coated. That's why it's sticking like this. But as you can see, it is absolutely delicious looking. You can't taste it, but it's delicious looking. So as you can see here, it's just full of the shrimp, the crab meat, and this can go right here in the plate, in the blue plate, as you said. There's some pieces left here, which I will eat when nobody's looking, because I love eating the little round pieces, the little crust. Oh, this is my favorite part. So, you know, as a matter of fact, I may just take some now. And you can just simply put that spinach right over the top of it. And you can enjoy it. This looks amazing, absolutely amazing. And it's very simple, very, very simple. It seems like one of those meals you would pay, what, $18 to $20 for out? Maybe more because of shrimp and the crab. But you can do it all at home. And we did this for under $20. And we still, yeah, under $20. Under $20. So you want to make sure that you know, kind of explore. See how you can save some money. See how you can do some things at home. Again, to reconnect with your family. To reconnect with your friends. Invite friends over. We have some friends not too far from us who love to cook as well. And they want to come over sometimes. We want to go over there. We've actually gone over there. We've eaten with them. And we've taken food that we prepared over to them. Because again, in this season, it's all about reconnecting.
And sharing is caring.
And sharing is caring. You are right. It's ministry. That's what we're all about. So again, we just want to thank you for being with us here on the show tonight. We truly, truly enjoyed everything that we were doing. Sister's about to get a fork because she just wants to taste it. But we appreciate you being here. And again, we just want you to know that you can reconnect, that you can come together, and you can enjoy cooking with the Randolphs.
Yes.
Let us know how it tastes, Cicely.
I'm trying to get it.
Oh, girl, you better get it, because if not, I am. What do you think? We did it? Good
Another
stuff.
one for the books.
Good stuff, good stuff. And that's what I'm talking about. So again, make sure you stay tuned. We're going to have a lot more coming your way. We're going to have some special guests as well. But we want to thank you again. I'm Brian.
And I'm Cicely.
And this is Cooking with the Randolphs.
Bye.